So what the hell do I do now? September 2010. Let me set the scene. My friends went off to university, and there I am repeating the same question that everyone keeps asking me. What are you going to do with your life? I only had one answer for them. I have no idea. I felt lonely, isolated, and completely clueless. Go to school, then university, get a job, get married, then retire, and then you can live the life that you want. I thought, surely there's more to life than that. Cliche, I know, right? But my mind was like, no! No! Fast forward to today, and I have an answer. I have no idea. But we all have different timelines, and it's important to accept yours. Yes, it can be a journey, especially when you do something different. But understanding that you don't have to compare yourself or keep up with anyone is key. So what changed? Well, this happened. Yes, I went travelling, and no, this is not going to be one of those I found myself travel videos. Sorry.
Gosh darn it! Shit! Shoot!
But it is a video of what I wish I knew then, now, for people who are looking to go travelling for the first time, for my fellow travellers, or people who keep getting asked that bloody question of what are you going to do with your life? Travel, especially solo travel, can be scary, and it throws up loads of questions. What do I pack? How much money do I need? Am I going to make any friends? So I'm going to share 10 tips. These 10 tips I've learned over the last 10 years of travelling around the world. I hope you find them useful, but that's enough chit chat. Let's jump into them. Tip 1 coming up. Tip 1, when to plan it and when to wing it. Plan the obvious things like visas, vaccines and flights. After that, only plan the first couple of days, so accommodation and maybe where you want to explore in the local area. After that, leave it up to spontaneous moments. You don't know who you're going to meet, you don't know what activities are available, and you don't know what parties or festivals or events are going on locally. So, plan for a bit of safety to start with, and then leave the rest of your trip a bit more free, and it will allow you to have spontaneous moments as you go through the trip. Tip 2, health comes first. It seems super simple, but sort vaccinations out early, if not first. Some vaccinations need a course, so it can take 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks to complete the course. What you don't want to do is get to a couple of days out before your trip and realise that actually you need 3 weeks to complete it. That puts your trip and your health in jeopardy. Big tip, get one of these little vaccine passports. It gives you the insight of when you had a vaccine and when it needs a booster. It allows you to stay on top of things. You should be able to pick one up from your GP. Very useful. That's tip 2, health comes first. Let's see what tip 3's got. Tip 3, budget for your return as well as your trip. No one wants to come home broke, but so many backpackers and travellers do. But also, no one wants to finish their trip early because they've run out of money. It's the worst situation. So, when you're saving, say you're saving £100 every month or every 2 months, put £25 into another account. What that'll do is that'll give you some money when you return home, but also if you're away and you want to extend, you've got another pot that you can extend your trip and use that money. Tip 4, be smart with your money. If you take money out in your home country, then travel with it and exchange it when you land, you're going to get better value. It's supply and demand. Your home currency is in less supply in your destination country. Therefore, there's going to be a greater value, greater demand for it, meaning you're going to get a better exchange rate. So, travel with that bit of money, exchange it when you land. Also, carry some US dollars with you. They're accepted in more places around the world than most currencies, and it's always good to have a bit of cash on you. If you arrive at an airport or a train station and there's no ATM and nowhere accepts cards for whatever reason, then it's good to have a bit of cash so you're not stuck. Also, grab one of these kind of cards without worldwide transactions. Transaction fees are an absolute loser, and I don't know why traditional banks still have them. Revolut, Chase, Monzo, Starling, those kind of banks will mean you won't get charged when you're overseas. Check which one is right for you. Also, controversial, but ditch the bum bag. It makes you look like a tourist and it's really easy to steal. So, maybe leave it at home. That's tip 4. Let's move on. Tip 5, don't rely on your phone, make paper backups. Having things like addresses, important contact details, and a copy of your passport as printouts, and then hiding them in different parts of your bag or under the insoles in your shoe. Just remember they're there. It can be a funny thing to discover like 5 years later. Will really save you if you've got no service, you run out of battery, or you haven't had time to get a SIM card yet in wherever you're going. Paper backups can be a lifesaver, so try them. That's tip 5. Let's see what tip 6 got. Tip 6, slow down on your travels. Immersion is the best part and best way to travel. Making sure you can actually enjoy your travels rather than just ticking things off a bucket list is really important, which is why that flexibility we spoke about in tip 1 is an absolute winner. By slowing down, you'll be able to do more, attend more, and also get a better feel for the country, the cultures, and the people you meet. So, slow it down, there's no rush. Tip 7, pack tissues and cards. What to pack is a common question. Pack the obvious. Whenever I go away, I always carry a couple of essentials. Padlock, because if you need a locker or safe space, then you've got secure. Travel adapter, get one with plenty of USBs, then you only need to use one plug locked in. Like we mentioned in tip 5, you don't want to run out of power, grab a power bank, very useful. First aid kit, you and your friends, keep you safe. Paracetamol, antiseptic wipes, a few plasters, easy. And tissues, yes, tissues. Because a friend in need is a friend indeed, if you know what I mean. That's tip 7, let's move on. Tip 8 is a quick one. Don't skip on your insurance. It will become your best friend if you need it. I know it feels like an upfront cost before you go, but don't skip on your insurance, please. So that was tip 8. It was super quick, but it's a super easy one, the insurance. Don't miss it. Tip 9, pick accommodation and restaurants and places like that are either locally run or locally owned. Locals have the best insight into the area and will be able to tell you exactly what to do, what's on, what to see, where to go, where to stay away from. It gives you the insight that you wouldn't have without it. Also, if you see a restaurant and there are loads of locals eating there, go in, grab a table. The food will be amazing. It will be the best in town. So, tip 9, stay or eat or hang out in places that are locally owned or locally run. They'll be the best. Let's finish off with tip 10. Tip 10, trust yourself. Common sense beats everything. Despite what your friends and family may say sometimes, you have it in abundance. So, trust your gut. If something feels off, don't do it. If something feels dangerous, avoid it. As you would in your home country, same rules apply when you're overseas. Trust yourself, enjoy, and be safe. I know I said 10 tips, but here's 10 plus 1. Whenever you're going away, research local customs and also a few phrases in the local language. Stuff like please, thank you, excuse me, can be really helpful even if you butcher the pronunciation. Trust me, I've done it a number of times and people will have a bit of a laugh with you, but then they'll understand you're trying. Be a good guest in other people's countries.
Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle.
Me poo-poo.
Also, do it with a smile. Smiling is universal, and normally when you smile, people smile back and they're more likely to help you because you disarm them and you disarm yourself. You feel more at ease. So, smile. Goes all the way. It's in every language. Travel changed my perspective, and with that came more clarity. But wait, maybe this is it. I found myself travel video. But it's just the start. These tips are from my mistakes, and I hope they give you confidence to explore more, to stay curious, and some confidence in answering your question of what do you do with your life? To people who are already walking off the beaten path, thank you. It's because of people like you that show people like me that it can be done. This shit is hard, so share your journey. I'm with you 100%. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Don't worry about subscribing, but do jump in the comments and let me know your top bucket list destination. I'd love some inspiration. Happy wonders, stay curious.